Which street it was, I'll turn around.
There's generally a few hiccups. My name is Sergeant Brad Dumit. I work for the Vice Section of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. Today we're doing a Vice Sting on the Street operation. Basically what we're doing is we're targeting males and females for prostitution on both Independence Avenue and Prospect. Today we'll be picking up girls as well as taking them to East Patrol Station, where we will have some social workers basically waiting there to talk to the girls. So instead of just trying to arrest our way out of the problem, which has been issues for years and years and years, we're going to try a different approach to it. Really much rather see these girls get off the street, get a real deal job where they can be proud of what they're doing, have some type of long-term success in their life, and not have to be out here with the potential of getting assaulted, raped, killed, or whatever on the street for, just hustling anything they can to survive through the day. I mean, that's just no way to live. Any decent human being can see that people don't want to do this and they shouldn't have to do this. There's other alternatives to it, and hopefully we can point them in the direction of the other alternatives, and it's a win-win for everyone. Everybody wins in this situation.
Okay. Are your parents still alive? No? You got any brothers? Sisters? So just your cousin? Okay. You got any children? No. Okay. Are you working right now? No. Okay. Where were you working before you were unemployed? How long has it been since you've had a job? How long is a long time?
So there are different aspects to what we're doing here as well too. It isn't always just as simple as the girls are trying to make $20 here and there on the street to survive through the day. Some of these girls are obviously victims of other things, whether it be assaults or rapes or whatever. But they're also victims of human trafficking. So when we stop the girls, when they're placed under arrest initially, we will ask them questions just to ascertain if somebody's forcing them to do something they don't want to do, such as work the street. Questions may be like, do you keep the money that you make on the street? Do you hold the documents like your driver's license and things like that? That way, if somebody is forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do down there or down here, that we can stop that from happening and break the cycle there too. Not only help the girl that is currently being trafficked, but the ones that the person might victimize later, the girls, so forth and so on down the road that unfortunately become victims of human trafficking.
So tonight I'm working with our Vice unit. That's what I'm out here doing with the rest of these fine ladies and gentlemen. And right now I'm completing what we call a DIR, which is a detective investigation report. So what we like to do, we try to get basic information from them, like their name, birthday, even so much as relatives. And the reason why we try to get close relatives to them, because if something were to happen, since this is a dangerous game, we can come back to this DIR form and look and see, okay, well, our lady here gave us a couple of relatives' names. Maybe we can give them a reach, let them know that so-and-so is hurt or may need some type of attention. We also try to get, the education level that they've most completed, which some of them are high school, and we've had a few that are just elementary, because maybe we can get them some resources as in to getting them a higher grade of education. So I'm able to help them by using this form in mainly identifying them in the future if something were to come up, if they were, unfortunate victims of an instance. Also, this form can also help us aid in getting them some type of assistance in getting higher education, employment, if they're looking to be employed so they don't have to work the streets. So it also helps in those aspects as well.
And we're going to head back to East Patrol and meet with the social workers and see how that end of it's going there.
My name is Lee Gibson, and I'm the founder of Relentless Pursuit Outreach and Recovery, a nonprofit here in Kansas City. We started Relentless Pursuit to support law enforcement on the counter-demand side of human trafficking, and we've also started Christine's Place, which is a drop-in center at 5108 Independence Avenue, where street-level prostitutes can come in for the day, get a shower, some hot food, a change of clothes, and we can refer them to services and basically meet them where they're at and build a relationship with them. Well, what motivates us to do this is, I read a paper about domestic minor sex trafficking in Kansas City, Missouri a couple years back. I was ignorant to the issue as a whole. Once I did my own research, I just decided it was something we had to get in the fight and help out. We immediately started supporting law enforcement on the counter-demand side. After a few months of that, it was brought to our attention. All the law enforcement folks said, we like what you're doing, but if you could really help us, it would be to have us a place to take these girls at 2 o'clock in the morning after we do a sting. So we purchased a building right here on Independence Avenue. And again, we have the drop-in center open now. We're currently open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 5. Our plan is to be able to open up more days of the week and provide more services. We're in the process of, we're doing construction on a 90-day crisis and stabilization shelter in the same building where girls recovered from these stings will be able to come and stay for 90 days. We can work on getting them an ID, help them finish up education, and hopefully eventually get them a job. Yeah, you can always visit our website. It's www.rpor.org. On our website, there's all the resources to donate money, sign up for a volunteer shift to actually come down and sit with the girls or help us serve food. All of our contact information is on the website. All the links to our social media are there. Yeah.
I think our role at Relentless Pursuit really is to provide resources for law enforcement. Because I think so often people think that, as far as law enforcement goes, you guys are out there, arresting girls, especially when it comes to, prostitution and girls that are out there being exploited. If you don't know what's really going on, people automatically think that you're out there looking for girls to pick them up, get them arrested, and that's not the case. And so the work that we've done with law enforcement up until this point, we were working with an FBI agent that had spent his life working violent crimes against kids. He recently passed away, and he was one of the first law enforcement people that we had met with. And the issue was that he said, as they're out there doing work, you guys do a sting in the middle of the night, there's nowhere to take these girls. You have two choices. You're either going to arrest her, hit her with a prostitution charge, she racks up a few of those and she ends up with some felonies, or you let her go and she's back on the street being exploited like she has been for however long she's been out there. So that's really why we do what we do. And so when you guys do a sting at 2 o'clock in the morning, you have somewhere to take these girls. So you do have survivors or victims that want services. You don't have to arrest her, or you don't have to just let her go back on the street. You will have somewhere to be able to take her. Girls that are currently being sexually exploited here in the Northeast or anywhere in Kansas City, for that matter, they make their way over to the drop-in center. They can come in, they can get a hot meal, they can get a clean set of clothes, get a shower, and we offer a plethora of resources. If girls do decide that they're having addiction problems and want to work on that, whether that's going to detox or doing trauma-informed counseling, we have a partner that we're able to offer that. We usually do that on Friday afternoons. Saturdays, we're running a medical clinic in partnership with Care Beyond the Boulevard from 1 to 3. So girls that don't have an ID, don't have insurance, can come in and they can do HIV testing, STD testing, pregnancy tests. They can see the OBGYN. They have a general practitioner. So we had some girls over the winter time that came in with frostbite. We've had girls with broken bones. So, any issues that the girls are having, they can come in uninsured without an ID and get the medical care that they need. And they're also able to give out medicine right there on the spot so girls can be treated as they find out what's going on. And then we've also started a church service on Sunday mornings. So we offer church every week at 10 o'clock. And we've been blown away at how many girls have been showing up to go to church and donors and volunteers. So we've been averaging about 15 to 20 people for church, which we did not expect to start a church by any means, but that's where we're at right now.
My name is Joy Marie Chamberlain. What brings me here today is Kansas City Police and whatever I can do to help. I will be with the social workers and I will be in the background to pray for law enforcement and to pray for each and every individual who is brought into the community room today. My mission for Kansas City Police is just that. My own personal ministry is KCPD, is praying for law enforcement and supporting them in prayer as best I can with whatever means possible, and that would be the Bible, obviously. The other side of the coin is the ministry that I'm leading on behalf of my church, Colonial Presbyterian, and that is Freedom's Bridge. And that ministry itself is to fight the war against human trafficking. Now, I understand that the people who are going to be brought in today are prostitutes or women who are selling themselves for whatever reason. They may not necessarily be trafficked. However, there could potentially be some help that Colonial could provide, that Freedom's Bridge could provide, in the form of notifying them or letting them know about different organizations who can help them if in fact they are looking to step out of the life that they've known for however long they've known it.